In the world of football legends, one name stands as a symbol of grace, skill, and unwavering dedication to the game. Bobby Charlton, born on October 11, 1937, in Ashington, England. He emerged as one of the most iconic figures in the history of football. Yet, his last years alive were really difficult, since he experienced a heavy form of dementia. His remarkable journey from a modest upbringing to becoming a global footballing sensation is a testament to his extraordinary talent and character. While Bobby Charlton's footballing journey was undeniably filled with moments of glory, it was also marred by profound sadness and adversity. One of the most heart-wrenching chapters in Charlton's life was his experience as a survivor of the Munich Air Disaster in 1958. This tragic event, which occurred on February 6, 1958, claimed the lives of several of his Manchester United teammates, leaving an indelible scar on his heart. Charlton, along with his fellow survivors, endured not only the physical injuries from the crash, but also the emotional trauma of losing friends and colleagues. The memories of that fateful day haunted him for the rest of his life. The crash had a profound impact on Charlton. Last month, he unfortunately passed away, and just before his death, he opened up about his other personal hardships. Before we dive into the personal drama, we want to look into Charlton's early years of football. Raised in the coal mining town of Ashington, young Bobby's passion for the sport was ignited on the fields and streets of his hometown. His innate talent and love for the game became evident at an early age, setting the stage for an illustrious career that would unfold in the coming years. At the age of 18, Charlton made his debut for Manchester United in 1956, stepping onto the pitch at Old Trafford. This marked the beginning of a journey that would see him evolve into a footballing legend, although no one could have predicted it at the time. During the 1950s, Charlton played a crucial role in the legendary Busby Babes era at Manchester United, under the guidance of manager Sir Matt Busby. Alongside talented teammates such as Duncan Edwards and Tommy Taylor, Charlton contributed to the club's success, helping secure back-to-back league titles in 1956 and 1957. However, tragedy struck in 1958 when the Munich Air Disaster claimed the lives of several Manchester United players, including the talented Duncan Edwards. Charlton survived the crash, but suffered severe injuries. Surviving the crash but losing friends and teammates was an experience that shaped him in ways words can hardly describe. It forged an enduring bond between him and Manchester United, deepening his commitment to the club. The ill-fated journey began when the airplane carrying the United players and staff needed to make a stop at Munich's airport to refuel on its way back from Zeemun Airport. The weather had taken a turn for the worse, with wintry showers and heavy snowfall blanketing the runway and its surroundings. As the passengers prepared to reboard the aircraft after refueling, there were already concerns due to 2 aborted takeoff attempts. A minor technical issue prompted the stewardess to advise passengers to disembark once again. During this period of uncertainty, nervousness gripped some of those on board, including Bobby Charlton. In a fateful twist of fate, Charlton and his teammate Dennis Viollet swapped seats with Tommy Taylor and David Pegg, deciding that they might be safer towards the back of the plane. Little did they know the tragic turn of events that would follow. On the subsequent takeoff attempt, disaster struck. The plane clipped the airport's fence at the end of the runway, and one of its wings tore through a nearby house, igniting it in flames. The impact caused the wing and part of the tail to detach, hitting a tree and a wooden hut as the plane spun along the snowy ground before coming to a halt. It had been catastrophically cut in half. Bobby Charlton, still strapped into his seat, had been ejected from the cabin during the crash. When United goalkeeper Harry Gregg, who miraculously escaped through a hole in the plane unscathed, found Charlton, he initially believed him to be dead. Nevertheless, Gregg courageously grabbed both Charlton and Viollet by their trouser waistbands and dragged them away from the plane, all the while fearing that it might explode. Gregg then returned to the wreckage to help the gravely injured Busby and Blanchflower. To everyone's astonishment, when Gregg turned back to check on Charlton and Viollet, both of whom he had presumed were lost, he found them alive. They had managed to free themselves from their detached seats and were gazing at the horrific wreckage in disbelief. Bobby Charlton's miraculous survival came with its share of injuries. He suffered cuts to his head and severe shock, which necessitated his hospitalization for a week. Tragically, 7 of his teammates perished at the scene of the crash, including Tommy Taylor and David Pegg, with whom he had exchanged seats prior to the fatal takeoff attempt. The Munich Air Disaster claimed a total of 23 lives. Remarkably, Bobby Charlton was the first injured survivor to leave the hospital. In the weeks following the crash, as he recuperated in Ashington with his family. A famous photograph captured him kicking a football with local youths. Despite being only 20 years old, the weight of expectation grew for Charlton, as he was seen as a key figure in the club's rebuilding efforts under the guidance of manager Matt Busby's aides. For decades following the Munich Air Disaster, Bobby Charlton bore the distinction of being the last living survivor among the United players. It was a haunting reminder of the tragedy that had forever altered the course of his life and the destiny of the club he loved. In 1966, Bobby Charlton reached the pinnacle of his international career when he represented England in the FIFA World Cup. His exceptional performances in midfield and crucial goals played a pivotal role in leading the England national team to victory. Charlton's excellence on the world stage earned him the prestigious Golden Ball Award as the tournament's best player. Charlton's impact extended beyond international success. He played a pivotal role in Manchester United's historic European Cup triumph in 1968. In the final against Benfica, Charlton's brilliance was on full display as he scored twice in extra time, securing a memorable 4-1 victory for the club. In recognition of his outstanding performances for both club and country, Bobby Charlton was awarded the Ballon d'Or in 1966, solidifying his status as one of the world's best players, a true maestro on the football field. Throughout his career, Charlton was known for his incredible knack for scoring from midfield, and he held the record as Manchester United's all-time leading goal scorer for many years, a testament to his longevity, skill, and sheer footballing genius. In 1994, Bobby Charlton received a title that reflected not only his footballing prowess, but also his contribution to the sport. He was knighted and became known as Sir Bobby, a fitting honor for a man who had not only achieved greatness on the field, but had also inspired countless individuals worldwide. After his illustrious playing career, Bobby Charlton ventured into football management. He took on the role of player manager for Preston North End in 1973, where he combined playing on the field with managing the team. This marked the beginning of his managerial journey, and it showcased his dedication to staying involved in the sport. In 1975, Charlton had a brief stint as a manager for Wigan Athletic. While his managerial career did not reach the same heights as his playing career, it allowed him to gain valuable experience and contribute to the development of young talents. Charlton's involvement in football extended to directorships as well. He served as a director for Wigan Athletic and was involved in the administrative aspects of the club. His insights and expertise were valuable assets to the organizations he was associated with. Furthermore, Bobby Charlton's dedication to the sport went beyond club management and directorships. He played a crucial role in England's Football Association as a member of the board and contributed to the development of football at the national level. Charlton's continued involvement in various capacities demonstrated his commitment to the sport's growth and development, both on and off the field. His contributions as a manager and in administrative roles added another dimension to his enduring legacy in football. Despite the complexities and demands of his football career, Bobby Charlton also had a personal life marked by significant moments and challenges. His marriage to Norma Ball in 1961 was a cornerstone of his personal life, and the couple shared their journey together for over 5 decades. Their enduring partnership was a source of strength for Charlton, providing stability amidst the whirlwind of football fame. In 1962, Charlton faced a personal tragedy when his cousin, Duncan Edwards, one of the Busby Babes and a fellow Manchester United player, passed away due to injuries sustained in the Munich Air Disaster. Throughout his career, Charlton navigated the complexities of fame and public life. As one of England's most celebrated athletes, he found himself in the spotlight, enduring both adulation and scrutiny. The expectations placed on him as a footballing icon added layers of complexity to his life, yet he remained dedicated to his craft and loyal to his club and country. In 1972, Bobby Charlton made the difficult decision to retire from international football, marking the end of an era for the England national team. His retirement from the international stage came after a distinguished career that included the 1966 World Cup victory and numerous accolades. Eventually, in 1973, Charlton decided to retire from professional football altogether. His departure from the playing field marked the conclusion of a remarkable career that had spanned nearly 2 decades. However, his journey in football was far from over, as he ventured into management and administrative roles, continuing to contribute to the sport that had defined his life. Bobby Charlton's retirement from playing did not signal the end of his connection to Manchester United. He maintained a significant presence at the club, contributing his knowledge and experience in various capacities. His enduring association with Manchester United, the club he had served with distinction, demonstrated his unwavering loyalty and commitment. In later years, Charlton faced health challenges, including battles with conditions such as dementia. These challenges served as poignant reminders of the passage of time and the impact of a long and storied career. Despite these difficulties, Charlton continued to be a beloved figure in the footballing world, admired not only for his on-field prowess, but also for his character and contributions to the sport. On November 13th, the footballing world gathered to bid a final farewell to Bobby Charlton. The funeral ceremony was held at Manchester Cathedral, a solemn setting for the occasion. The procession began with a visit to the iconic Old Trafford Stadium, where Charlton's contributions to the club were celebrated one last time. Crowds lined the streets to pay their respects as the procession moved through the city. The service itself was attended by approximately 1,000 guests, including notable figures like Prince William and former Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson, as well as many others closely associated with the club. During the ceremony, moving elegies were read by David Gill and Charlton's grandson, William Balderston, who shared heartfelt memories and words of tribute. The service was further enriched by a poignant musical rendition of "How Great Thou Art," performed by the renowned tenor Russell Watson, a fitting tribute to a footballing giant whose influence extended far beyond the pitch. Bobby Charlton's passing marked the end of a remarkable life, but his legacy, both as a footballer and as a person of character, continues to live on in the hearts of football fans around the world. His contributions to the sport, his unwavering dedication to Manchester United, and his enduring impact on the game's history ensure that his memory remains indelible. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on all icon stories. We will see you in the next video.